Hey guys, it's Jonah here, back for a beer review. And yeah, I'm doing a trilogy of dark beers because doing another one from the Midlands. It's another stout. And interestingly, I saw this and I thought, hang on a minute, Yorkshire's not in the Midlands, Brew York and Yorkshire, but it isn't them, it's these guys. Oops, Neon Raptor. And they're based down here, Nottingham, which funnily enough is in Nottinghamshire. But nothing's about them in here, unfortunately. But this beer looks like it's going to be a bit of an epic. So there we go. It is Brew York. Well, if it focuses on the beer and not my beautiful face, the beer is Brew York versus Neon Raptor, and it's called Brontosmorus. And apparently this is a Campfire porter. My God, that's easy to say. 6%. It's a sweet marshmallow balanced with rich chocolate. Oh, I thought that was the actual name. Okay. And they're a sort of a Brontosaurus having some sort of campfire or being eaten. I don't know what that bit is. That looks, is that some sort of a pie of some sort? I don't know. Don't care. That is incredibly small writing. Let's see what we've got. Hops, yeast, flavourings. Oh, don't like the sound of that. Not sure exactly what's in that bad boy. There we go. Campfire porter, chocolate marshmallow, and biscuit. Right, let's see if we can read this. My God, that's difficult to read. It says, gather round the campfire, everyone. It's time to tell you more about Brontosmorus. It's a unique prehistoric creature made out of chamois. What the hell? What's that? Comprised of sticky layer of melted marshmallow, creamy chocolate, and crunchy graham crackers. We collaborated with Neon Raptor, so it's basically a Brew York one. But for some reason, they've said in this particular magazine that it's a Neon Raptor one. So fair dues. To create this campfire porter, bursting with flavors of rich chocolate, blah, 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 blah. Not really that interested. Right, so what have we got in there? We've got pale malt, Munich malt, torrefied barley, smoked malt, brown malt, chocolate malt, crystal 150, Jesus. Carafa 3, that's the real dark bad boy. It doesn't actually say much of what else. Yeah, very weird. EU importer, which is in Sweden. Very strange. Anyway, I'm liking the look of this Brontosmorus. I said a stout, didn't I, dear viewer? But definitely not. Oh, it's got one of those spider diagrams, which I actually quite like. And Brew York actually put them on the side of their cans, which is quite nice. So what have we got? Quite sweet, very malty, medium mouthfeel, bit of fruit in there. Come on. That is actually cool. And some other information that I can't read because my eyes are so bad. And it's almost the end of the week. So, and I think I'm going to a beer festival at the weekend in Tenterton. Well, we shall see. We shall see. The beer list only just came out today, and it actually starts tomorrow. But I don't think I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to wait till Saturday, and we'll see what we get. Yeah, and let's see what we get from this bad boy. So another 6%er. This one's 6% on the dotted line. But yeah, man, we've gone for the strong dark beers of late, which is kind of cool. Oh, I think will this work with one of those? It will, if I'm careful. There we go. Something like that. At least the beer's in the middle. Wow. Tell you what, I am getting some fruity stuff. That is really interesting. Right, let's have a look at this beer. Jet black. Looks pretty black to me. Well over a finger's head. Obviously not 2 fingers head. Lovely, fluffy kind of tan. Nice. And it smells like a kind of raspberry kind of donut type thing. So it's a bit of cookie, but there's that raspberry kind of fruit smell as well. And I'm also getting the marshmallow on the nose, but it smells incredibly sweet. Let's hope it's not that sweet, but yeah, and it didn't mention any lacto on the label, so that means all the sweetness is coming from the malt. And it's 6%. That grain bill must have been pretty damn high to start with. Yeah, so I'm getting that kind of cookie dough, that marshmallow, and that kind of, it smells like raspberry, maybe raspberry donuts, something like that. Raspberry cookie, or what were those raspberry? Do you remember there was a biscuit? It was two biscuits, and in the middle was like a raspberry kind of jam or jelly. Do you know what I mean? Can't remember what they were called. And it had a heart in the middle cut out. Mm, weird. And if you were crazy like me, you'd break it in half and eat the jelly off it. And that's, dear viewer, why I have diabetes now. I have to be careful what I eat, and I have to be a bit careful about the beers that I drink, especially when they're really sweet. Anyway, where's that head gone, man? What's going on with these beers at the moment? The head is there, and then all of a sudden you look away for 10 seconds or whatever it is, and the head has gone. Cheers and beers, guys. Please click like to this video. Please leave me a message down below. Helps out the channel. If you really want to help out, subscribe so you'll never miss another of my videos. But you know me, I generally try and upload every day. Doesn't always happen, but yeah. Cheers and beers, bottoms up, and all that kind of jazz. Prost. Okay, that is pretty good. Interesting. It goes down quite dry, but then it does get a bit sweeter. But I think that is coming from that marshmallow vanilla kind of thing. It's got to be from an essence or some kind of fake injection, because yeah, that's pretty damn strong. Then we're getting that kind of cookiness, and then in the background we're getting the dark malts. I've got absolutely no idea what hops are in here. To be honest, that's quite irrelevant with this beer because there's no way you'd taste them anyway. Um, pardon me, but yeah, my God, that marshmallow sweetness, which I guess is where the berry as well. It wasn't like a berry jelly like I thought it smelled like. It's purely that marshmallow thing is kind of doing stuff with my brain. Wow, that's really strong. What was the one? The Stay Puffed one. Was it Tiny Rebel? I think it was Stay Puffed, and they did some Christmas ones like Mint Puffed and Happy Christmas Puffed and stuff. But it all had like loads of marshmallow in there. And this, I've had similar beers as well. This one has it in absolute spades. Ridiculous the amount of kind of marshmallow kind of over the top, almost. The beer itself, really dark, really grainy. There's a bit of coffee, there's a bit of dark chocolate in there, but you have to kind of really seek it out behind that massive wall of marshmallow. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's go in for some more. Let's see if things have changed. I'm a firm believer, as I say every so often, and I think I said it yesterday, that your palate changes throughout the glass of beer, especially with really crazy ones. So let's see what we get this time. A little bit less this time. However, yeah, the sweetness is obviously a residual kind of sweetness. So God knows what the original gravity of this beer is, because I imagine it would have finished quite high. I can feel the sweetness on my lips. So I hope I don't go into a diabetic stupor, which would be absolutely ridiculous. It's happened to me before when I stupidly drank a glass of Coke, thinking it was diet-free or, you know, Coke Zero, whatever they call it these days, and it wasn't. It was full-fat Coke, and I gibbered out to no end. And it happened to me not that long ago when I was out with another YouTuber, Kent Brew. What's his name? I can't remember what his handle is. Oh my God, I'm sorry, mate. Anyway, he really did look after me. Really, really cool. Maybe I was a bit hammered, but I definitely gibbered out. Went all pale, really sweaty on the brow. And after about half an hour, I felt completely fine. But yeah, you need to be careful of these things if you have the disease like me. Interesting. Sorry, Craig. Craig is his name. Cheers to you, my brother. He'll probably never watch this. He tells me he never watches videos on YouTube. He just records it. He does a lot of streams, actually. So if anyone wants to give Craig a shout, Craig Samuels, then yeah, tell him Unclejona says hello. There we go. We do have some foam, but it's a tiny bit weak, unfortunately. This beer, absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. That is the Brontosmorus. Easier said than done. Actually, there was some stuff. Let me see. Once I've had a beer, my eyes might work out. So it's a 330 can, 2 UK units, which is equivalent to a pint. Pardon me. Serve cold, all that kind of jazz. Oh, avoid the pregnant ladies when you're recycling, because they're like Karens. They get in the way. Really good beer, actually. If you're ever up in Nottingham, or if you're up in York, why not try and find that one, Brontosmorus. Just, that's a nuts beer. Really good, but way over the top. This has been your loving Unclejona, drinking beers and hopefully entertaining you. I'll be back with another beer review real soon.